Hello YouTube, Kragan here, bringing you the latest DLC for Portal Knights, Druids, Furfolk, and Relic Defense. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the level 30 Druid, the armor, the weapons, the talents, and the different shape-shifting abilities that you can craft. Also, I will be offering my viewers, one lucky viewer, a chance to win this DLC, so stay tuned for details on that. And as always, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. This will support me so that I can create more content and give away more free stuff to my viewers. So without further ado, let's take a look at the level 30 Druid. The first thing we're going to take a look at is the talents for the Druid. At level 2, you get Sickle Expert, increases damage with sickles by 25%. You also get Staff Expert, same thing for staves, and you also get Scythe Expert. Level 5, Beast of Prey. Warden of the Woods. Unleash the Beast. At level 10, Ferocity. Predatory Bite. And Pact with Nature. At level 15 you get Prowl, Thick Hide, Pack Heal. At 20 you get Feline Focus, Fang of Elysia, and Unmerciful Tide. At level 25 you get Animal Frenzy, Agile Predator, Entangle, and finally at level 30 you get Apex Predator, Threat Display, and Spiritual Calm. Now I haven't really set about to make a build out of this Druid character. I've been putting these talents back and forth trying to decide what a good build is, and I really don't have a good idea of a build at this point, so I'm not going to recommend anything in particular as far as talents, but I did want to show you the armor that you can craft. With a Druid, what you need to do is you need to make a Druid workbench, basically is what it is. And with that, you can create weapons, a Druid station, and with that you can create weapons and armor for your Druids, and you can also unlock different shape-shifting abilities. So let's start first with the weapons. At the highest level, you can make the Sickle of Undying Light. It's the one I'm using right now. I've been out fighting creatures of the dark, and this deals light elemental damage, and it's very good against those creatures. I've been very happy with this. I've been able to take them down very quickly with this weapon. You also get Staff of Twilight, which has a leech chance, and it gives you Boiling Blood, which is a 47% chance to restore 32 health when you're inflicting a critical strike. And you get Scythe of the Underdark. This ups your critical strike damage. It gives you Adaption, which is a 27% chance to reset shape-shifting cooldown when inflicting a critical strike. And it deals dark elemental damage, so it's strong versus light creatures. Going down the list, at level 22, you have the Sickle of Effigy Mounds, which gives you a shape-shifted bonus damage, backstab, and health, and it deals earth elemental damage. You have the Scythe of Creeping Dawn, which again gives you Adaption, but at a less percentage than the higher level one. It deals light damage, and it ups your critical strike damage and chance. Then you have the Staff of Last Sunsets. Again, Boiling Blood on this one, with the leech chance and the leech percentage. And it does give you some armor that the other weapons don't. At level 12, you're going to get the Dark Sky Sickle, which deals electro-elemental damage and has a backstab and shapeshifted bonus damage. Then you have the Rushing Water Sickle at level 16. Again, shapeshifting bonus damage, backstab, and it deals water elemental damage. Level 12, Rising Tide Scythe, critical strike and critical damage, deals water elemental damage. You've got the Sky of the Poison Waters at level 16. Again, critical strike damage and chance, deals water elemental. Totem Staff, that's your leech staff at this level. Greater Totem Staff, which is your leech staff at level 16. And then of course the starter weapons, which you can get at level 2 and level 6. And I'm not going to go into these weapons because you guys have probably already seen those. Moving on to the armor, we have the Primal Unleashed Headdress. This gives you a 23% backstab and restores 91 mana after defeating an enemy. Primal Unleashed Bracers give you 100 health and a shapeshifted damage bonus. The Primal Unleashed Chest Piece gives you a 5% multi-strike chance and 1 additional strike. The Primal Unleashed Leg Guards give you a 9% movement speed and +5 shapeshift duration. For the Shaman armor, we have the Shaman Dragon Soul Headpiece. This gives you a 9% movement speed and dark damage resistance. It has an effect called a Tangle, which gives you a 14% chance to hold an enemy in place for 3 seconds after inflicting damage. And then we have the Shaman Dragon Soul Gloves, 100% health, +5 shapeshift duration, and you get some more resistance to dark damage. We have the Shaman Dragon Soul Tunic, which is a critical strike chance and critical strike damage, and again, more dark damage resistance. And then last but not least, Shaman Dragon Soul Boots, +14% weak enemy chance, +1 jump height bonus, and dark damage resistance on that piece as well. Going down to the lower level items, level 22, you get the Warden Shepherd Hood, which has a 4% spell damage resistance and a 10% chance to restore 32 mana when receiving damage. You have the Warden Shepherd Gloves, 87% or +87 to health, +15 to health regeneration, and +4 to spell damage resistance. Warden Shepherd Tunic, you get your leech chance and your leech and your spell damage resistance also on that piece. The Warden Shepherd Legs are level 22, +4 spell damage resistance, many-faced, which is a 42% chance to reset shapeshift cooldown after defeating an enemy. We move on to the Shaman Vigilant Headpiece. This is +8% to movement speed, +4% to fire damage resistance, and I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it's 10% chance to restore 20 mana when inflicting melee damage. The Shaman Vigilant Gloves, +69 health, +26% shapeshift cooldown reduction, and +4% fire damage resistance. Shaman Vigilant Tunic, there's your critical strike damage and chance, and additional fire resistance. More fire resistance, more weakened enemy chance, and adaption, which we've seen before, 24% chance to reset shapeshift cooldown when inflicting a critical strike. For the level 12 and 16 armor, we have the Primal Brute Headdress, which is adaption. Again, lower percentage on that. The Primal Brute Bracers, which give you a health bonus. Primal Brute Chest Piece, which gives you a multi-strike chance. And the Primal Brute Legs, which give you a shapeshift duration. You have your Shaman Peacekeeper Headpiece, which is movement speed, earth damage resistance, and the entangle that we saw before on the other piece. Shaman Peacekeeper Gloves, health, shapeshift duration, some earth damage resistance. Shaman Peacekeeper Tunic, again, more earth damage resistance and some critical strike chance and damage. And the Shaman Peacekeeper Boots, which give you a weakened enemy chance, earth damage resistance, and 14% chance to plunder some gold when inflicting a critical strike. I'm not going to show you the lower level armor, like I said, you guys have probably seen that. let's move on to the shape-shifting abilities that you can craft. And right here we can see the highest level ones that you can get. Level 26, Shadow Gazer. Shoots a beam that deals dark damage. You can fly up into the air. And you've got some armor, movement speed, and some falling damage protection. Fireworm. You can attack enemies with a fire projectile, burrow through the ground at a targeted location, and you get some armor bonus with that. Frost Spider, you get Ice Spit, launches an icy projectile that deals water damage. You can launch a projectile that deals earth damage and roots enemies in place. Shadow Worm, again a dark projectile, burrows into the ground, get an armor bonus there. And a Blossom, attack enemies with your roots, attack enemies with a poison projectile, heal yourself and nearby players, but it will cost you a little bit of movement speed. At Druid Station 3, level 22, you get the Red Slime Shapeshift. You can whirl around and do damage to those within close range. That's like a very small radius AoE attack. Leap attack, damage is dealt by jumping high into the air and crashing down with impressive force. It doesn't really jump that high, to be honest. I've tried that one out. It does not. With one of the other slimes, it doesn't really jump that high, but it will damage things where you land. Bear Shapeshift, attack enemies with your paws, make yourself invulnerable for a short time, and taunt nearby enemies to attack you. This one's useful if you plan on doing the Relic defense and you're doing it with buddies. You can basically tank. This is a great tank. The invulnerable really makes you invulnerable. You hit that and pretty much you aren't taking any damage. It's just a timed thing, and as long as that thing is up, you aren't taking any damage. It's really nice to tank with, actually. These are the lower level versions of the same thing we saw at level 26. You've got your Blossom, you got your Blossom 2, you've got your Frostbear 1, and these are basically just the same shapeshifts. They're just a little, little less powerful. This one does lightning instead of dark damage, etc. And then of course your first level shapeshifts are, you've got 2 bear shapeshifts, you've got a fireworm, a second level to the fireworm, your first Blossom shapeshift, and your first red slime shapeshift. When you start out with your druid, you actually get this one, the green slime shapeshift, which is not that impressive. But it, I mean, if you use it right, if you use the AoE attack, it can definitely do some damage. So I want to show you the Relic defense that is new also in this DLC. And this will be the first time that I've actually taken my druid into a Relic defense with this character. I've tried it with some of my other characters, but this is the first time that I've done it with this character. So I'm gonna go and join the battle. I believe this is the lowest level one that we're doing right now, and basically there's a relic in the middle of the map that you have to defend. So enemies are going to come out. Here's the relic right here, the Starstone. Enemies are going to spawn and they're going to come out and they're going to head towards this relic, this Starstone right here. And if they make it to it, then you lose one of those little yellow circles at the top there. I'm gonna go ahead and start the wave. It gives you some time to prepare, but you can just start it if you get impatient like me. And as you can see, there's some enemies way over there on the other side. And they're taking the long way around. It's like, oh no, they're coming through here probably. This is obviously the lowest level one. This isn't going to be very difficult. Not difficult at all. So we'll just take care of these guys, and this will be easy for me to show you what goes on here. So as you kill these waves that come out, you get scrap. Scrap is used to buy traps, and you can put down traps in certain places in this Relic Defense map, and it usually in like in a pathway, and these monsters will head along that pathway, and when they hit your trap, they'll take poison damage. There'll be a like fire that comes out and fries them when they try to and it basically just is there to slow them down or give them some damage. In my experience, it definitely doesn't kill them. I mean, it isn't that it isn't that powerful, but it'll definitely slow them down, give you some time to, if you're soloing these, it'll give you some time to get over there, or if you died, it'll maybe give you a chance to get back to them. I'll show you the icy trap. This one kind of just slows them down. So basically when they are coming out, and let's just get the next wave started here, and we'll see where they're coming out at. When they're coming out, you just put this on the ground. And I believe you can only put it on these blue tiles. But if you put it down on the ground at a place where they're going to walk, it'll basically it'll freeze them. And you got to do it. Don't be like me and do it. I mean, that was a total fail right there. Let's do this. We're going to put it right here. And these guys will walk the path. I mean, I don't really see them ever going outside of it, so they usually will hit. See, those slimes got through it. I should have put it right on the corner there. No, actually they did. It did slow them down. It definitely did slow them down. It'll probably slow down the boss here. The raider is the one that you're concerned about. The guy with the skull and, well, it's just a skull over his head there. That's the guy that you really want to take down. And this is pretty much how this goes. I mean, you pretty much just wave after wave. You keep fighting them. And then at the end, you'll get some currency that you can use towards mounts or upgrades. Some of the mounts, I don't know if you guys have seen those yet, but some of the mounts are extremely expensive. 400,000 of these coins here. Already spending. Defense coins, that's what they're called. 400,000 of those for some of the mounts, which is crazy. I think the first one is like a chicken that you can get for 400 coins. Now these knockdown bursts, basically what those are is if you equip them, and you can only use them here, but if you equip them, oh, wave 3 of 5. Well, we got more. Where's that at? Are we done? Are they coming? Oh, they're coming from another spot, probably. Oh no, they're coming out of here. Okay. I just didn't wait long enough. So I'll show you what I've got my bear equipped equipped here, my bear shape-shifting equipped here, so I will show you what that kind of looks like. This is the highest level shape-shifting bear. So let's run over here really quick. The bear lowers your movement rate, so when you turn them on, you walk slower, so just keep that in mind. But he really does rip through things. I mean, you can just, I mean, when I first got this bear, I took on like, I just rounded up like 10 or 12 mobs, and I just like walked through them. And they were actually mobs that were my level. I know this is kind of a, I'm fighting stuff that's lower level right now, but this stuff was my level, and I was just walking through it. So it's definitely a powerful shape-shifting character to have. I haven't tried them all yet, but bear is one of my favorites, just because it's like it's very tanky. It's an extremely good tanking ability. If you want to use that to shapeshift, it's awesome. So I would recommend it if you want to play this with friends and you want to tank stuff. Definitely can take some damage in that with that shapeshift. So. Okay, so last one. We're gonna start this up, wave 5. Just kind of probably start over here. And I believe this wave is the wave that has like the mini boss. So at the very end, there's not a raider, but it's a little tougher than that. Again, apologize for not having this more level. This is obviously not a huge challenge for me, so I wanted to show you one of the higher level ones, but this will give you some idea of what this looks like. Anyway, if you haven't seen it yet. And I also wanted to mention I have found some Druid armor drops. I was in the level 20 plus level areas, and I did find some. What was it called? I think it was called Dead Bowman armor or something like that. It was Druid specific. It had an increase to the shapeshift duration on it. So there are some drops out there as well that Druids can use that are specific to the class. So I haven't found the whole set yet, but I did find like 3 or 4 pieces of it. So here's the boss, and he is walking over from a different area. So again, if this was more challenging for me, this would probably be a tougher fight. But this is what the boss looks like. He's like a king slime or something. Again, probably want to shapeshift. We'll turn on our invulnerability. Check that out. I'm not taking any damage right now. So you can find mounts, as you can see. I just found a mount there, and I grabbed that before we got knocked out there. But you can find some good stuff in here. The main thing, if you really want to get the more expensive mounts, are going to be those defense coins. Those are definitely the ones that you want to save up. You're going to have to save up a bunch of them. $100 defense coins. Yeah. You're gonna need much more than that. Is this the I think this is the mount bender. Yep. So I can get a hen, but if you look at some of these, like the enchanted stag or the blue dragon or the black skeleton, 400,000 of these coins. So get to work, guys. It's gonna be a while. But that is pretty much it for my video. I just wanted to show you guys what a level 30 druid looked like, what the talents were like, what the weapons and armor were like, and the shapeshifts were like. So I hope you guys liked it. I told you guys that I was going to give you a chance to win this DLC, so let me tell you how to do that. If you haven't bought this DLC yet and you like what you see and you want a chance to win it for free, I'm gonna choose one viewer of this video to win this DLC. I'm gonna gift it to you on Steam, so you have to have a Steam account, but go ahead and friend me on Steam. My Steam name is Kragan, and friend me on Steam, and I will know anybody from the release of this video that friends me. I know they're gonna have seen this video, or you can just leave a comment, hey, I watched your video, I'm gonna friend you, whatever. I'm gonna give everybody a week to look at this, check it out, and then I'm gonna draw a winner, and whoever is the winner will get that DLC gifted to them. If for some reason they already bought it before they win, I will choose another person at random and try to gift it to them. So if that sounds good to you, send me a friend request, leave a comment, and you might get the DLC for free. And again, this is Kragan. Thanks for watching my video, and have a great day, you guys. See you later.